Hi everybody! Today we are going to read Wemberly Worried again. We read this story the other day, and you might remember that in this story, Wemberly worries about everything. She worried the most about the first day of school. I wonder what helped Wemberly's worries go away about school though. Might have been that her parents helped her. They brought her to school. She had a really nice teacher, Mrs. Peachum, and I think she felt better because she made a friend at school, Joel. So we're going to read this story again and talk some more about it. Wemberly worried about everything. And worried means when you think a lot about something or you're really nervous about it. She worried about big things. She worried about little things and things in between. Wemberly worried in the morning. She worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. "You worry too much," said her mother. "When you worry, I worry," said her father. "Worry, worry, worry," said her grandmother. "Too much worry." At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. She thought it might fall on her house. And she worried about the crack in the living room wall. What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? She also worried about the noise that her radiator made. What if there's a snake inside? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. She said, "They're too rusty, too loose, and too high." And always she worried about her doll, Petal. She wanted Petal to have a car seat too. And then she had to wait for Petal to get washed. Oh, and she even thought she lost Petal, but then her mom found her. "Don't worry," said her mother. "Don't worry," said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried that if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. Looks like the author gave us all these pictures of her rubbing Petal's ears. That's a lot of worrying. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. Oh, it looks like her head is down and she's thinking a lot about her birthday. But then, see, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. She had a lot of friends that came. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake for everybody. Seems like she can't even have fun at her own birthday. She worries way too much. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. "You worry too much," said her mother. "When you worry, I worry," said her father. "Worry, worry, worry," said her grandmother. "Too much worry." Soon Wemberly had a new worry, school. And Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. Oh, look at this long list of all her worries. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had this whole list of worries. What if no one else has spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher is mean? And what if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? And what if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snack? And what if I have to cry? "Don't worry," said her mother. "Don't worry," said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, "Wemberly, there is someone I think you should meet." And her name was Joel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes and she was holding a doll. Looks like Joel could be worried too. She's all by herself and her face kind of looks nervous. At first, Wemberly and Joel just peeked at each other. "This is Petal," said Wemberly. "This is Niblet," said Joel. Petal waved and Niblet waved back. "Hi," said Petal. "Hi," said Niblet. "I rub her ear," said Wemberly. "I rub her nose," said Joel. Seems like they have some things in common. They both have a doll. They both are wearing stripes. They're probably both worried about school. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side, and they played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. "Come back tomorrow," called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't worry." Seems like she had a lot of fun at school, and she got to make a new friend, Jewel, just like you're going to get to make a lot of new friends this year at school. So today in your video, I want you to post a video about how you think Wemberly and Jewel were alike, and how does that help them become good friends.